goal. Say the nets a go shake, striker and strike and the refs celebrate. Island Cup that are the best and the great. The victory we appreciate. The nets a go shake, Jamaica shake.
Любопытно оценить его в деле. Момент и гол! Де Хеа был здесь ни при чем. Joleon Lescott открывает счет на 38-й минуте. Манчестер Сити выходит вперед.
How's your day been so far?
Yeah, good. Nice weather here at the moment, so can't complain. If it doesn't rain in Manchester, we're happy.
All right, good. Looking forward to Premiership action, finally getting off and going again.
Yeah, nice. Obviously, I had some games last week, sorry. But yeah, the fact that it's back started again is nice. Occupies a lot of time over the weekend.
I'm in the company today with Joleon Lescott. Many of us in the Caribbean know him as a former Manchester City player, former England international, has done really well as a player on the European circuit, and we are pleased to announce that he has come on board to be part of the inaugural Islands Cup Open in the Caribbean in 2021. Joleon, thanks for being with us. What a pleasure.
Yeah, good evening. Thanks for having me. Like you said, looking forward to being part of the Islands Cup. And obviously, when it was proposed to me from a friend, obviously the initial excitement was there, and then obviously I've been speaking to Chris and him making me aware of what it's about and what it's trying to help and generate. I'm just grateful to be a part of it, to be honest.
And tell us off the top, when you first heard about this tournament in the Caribbean, obviously you must have heard of the likes of Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, who've produced players over the years. They've each qualified for a World Cup on at least one occasion. But this sort of event here in the Caribbean, something new to you. What was your first impression on hearing about this?
The first thought was, how hot will it be? And will I be able to cope with the heat and play football? So that was a kind of concern. But no, obviously, as I said, the initial excitement was being able to play a competitive football again. Obviously, I still enjoy to do that. And then to be a part of that, I've got a lot of friends that represented Jamaica. I know some Trinidad and Tobago players as well. And obviously, aside of my family being from the Caribbean as well, St. Kitts and Nevis. So it's an opportunity to obviously play a part in rejuvenating a younger generation of people to take up the sport. And if I can do that in any way and help one person motivate them, then so be it. I'm all for it.
When you look at this scenario with world football as well, obviously, because of the pandemic, a lot of things have been put on hold, especially in CONCACAF. There is no more football for the rest of 2020. World Cup qualifiers, Nations League, everything's been pushed back. How important it is, you think, for football in the region to have this opportunity, this window, to sort of broaden its reach and to give, as you rightly said earlier, players and also coaches and officials this sort of opportunity to compete at a level with individuals such as yourself who've played at the highest level?
I think it's massive. I think if you just look at it from an English point of view, the fact that obviously our game stopped here, and then within 6-7 weeks, the government were asking the players to go through strict restart measures to get not just the economy, everyone's kind of mental well-being. So the fact that no games have been allowed to play or not allowed to play for the rest of the 2020 in the Caribbean, it's going to be vital that this competition happens, and it just brings a new lease of life to people. Obviously, we all know the kind of the impact it will have on the economy and money it will generate, but just the excitement, the involvement. People love to play football, whether it's recreational with friends or competitive level that this competition will be at. So the fact that this competition is there for that reason obviously adds value in regards to economically, but just to regenerate and revitalize a whole population and community of people.
How much are you looking forward and what sort of impact you're hoping to have in the region with your involvement, whether it be on the field of play, in the dressing room, etc.? How much are you looking forward to something like that?
Yeah, as I said, very, very excited. I still play a little bit with friends. Obviously not at the high competitive level that this will be, but I'm sure a lot of the players will know each other before we go there. And obviously you'll all be friends prior to being allocated to your teams. But I'm sure when the whistle goes and you're representing your club, the friendship goes out the window. As always, you play to win. Your friendships are irrelevant for the 90 minutes. You just do what it takes to win a game.
You mentioned previously that you have your connection with St. Kitts Nevis. Obviously, you're aware of other players from the region who've played in the UK. What else do you know about the Caribbean? Have you been here before? Are you aware of the conditions? Except for the fact that we know it's going to be very hot. But what else can you tell us?
Obviously, I know of the cuisine, which is an exciting thing for me. To obviously to eat that more regularly than we do in England it would be nice. But yeah, the heat was massive. I've been to Barbados before, honeymoon with my wife. I don't think that's it, to be honest. I haven't had the pleasure of playing there for England. I know. I think I was injured at the time they played Trinidad a while ago.
2008.
But no, again, got a family all spread over. So opportunity to see them see me play would be great.
All right, perfect. Can you tell us a bit now in terms of the fact that you're no longer playing, as you mentioned earlier? What you've been up to? How is life treating you? How are you enjoying the game from a different perspective now?
At first, because I'd love to play and I enjoyed every minute of it. Obviously, some more than other moments, but I enjoyed my whole career, and given the opportunity, I would love to go back and start again. But in regards to what I'm doing now, yeah, various things. I'm not as dedicated to one particular role in my life, barring the family. Kind of the schedule now revolves around what's convenient for them. I've got 2 boys and a girl, and the boys kind of play football, so having to taxi them around is a big occupation of mine now, a big time filler. But I get to do some punditry, so I get to watch a lot of games and be involved in some capacity and give my opinion and stuff like that. So my involvement in football is good. I'm part of a team at Man City that helping develop younger players that go on loan. So as I said, I'm grateful I've been given that opportunity as well, because it keeps me involved and it keeps me up to speed with the potential players that are coming through over the coming years.
Right, perfect. You must have noted as well that there are some other big names as well that have been connected to the Islands Cup Open, the likes of Sol Campbell, Andy Cole and others. How much are you looking forward to sharing the same sort of platform and environment with these guys away from the UK?
Yeah, massive. Again, they're idols in world football. Icons, have had tremendous careers and probably don't get the credit they should for their careers and their impact on football as a whole. Both were big kind of role models for me growing up, and had the pleasure of playing with Sol Campbell for England, which is, as I said, growing up, that was something I didn't even dream of. That wasn't even a thought process, but to have the opportunity to do that. And Andy Cole, I think every young footballer of my generation anyway wanted to be a striker, and Andy Cole was that guy. So to kind of be associated with him now, and obviously worked with him on different various things to so-called call him a friend is nice. As I said, he again, some of the records he's got in the Premier League and in football is remarkable. So it's nice to be a part of a group like that and names, and obviously hopefully we can all make an impact in the right way.
Joleon, we have a young Trinidad and Tobago striker who signed for AEK Athens just this week. We know you spent some time there. Your journey has been an incredible one when you look at your CV and what you've been through. What sort of advice you would have for a player such as young Levi Garcia? He's now 22 years old and he's gotten this deal. And as well as other players, other young guys from the Caribbean who look up to persons like yourself and who are looking for that opportunity to get a similar pathway to at least achieve something in life and through the game?
I'd say try to enjoy it. It can be fun, but that's not the goal. I think you get more out of yourself if you enjoy the process of it. It's not easy. It can be difficult at times, mentally, physically. But they're the things that you signed up for when you committed to playing football. And as I said to you earlier, I would start again, knowing everything I know now and the ups and downs. I would do it all again. And hopefully with the younger players now that have gone on, especially the one at AEK Athens, in the greatest respect to them, I'm guessing that's not his goal, to represent them forever. I'm guessing it's to come to the Premier League. So in order to do that, he's going to have to kind of hit a level of consistency to kind of be noticed. And hopefully he does that. So just the right attitude is key. I think there's a lot more ability in this younger generation of people now than there was when I was young. But the one thing that is more questionable is their application. Because things come easier to them in terms of technique and stuff. There's probably not as much application as there was from our generation when I was younger, where the ability wasn't as potent. So, as I said, he's finding that balance. But I think that the harder you work, the more rewarded you get.
And finally, I must ask you, despite your alliance with Man City still, what are your thoughts, your hopes as the Premiership takes charge for the season? How do you see things?
My hopes are that City win the title again and regain it. Obviously, that's my first thought in regards to City and Everton. It wasn't nice to see Liverpool win the title, even though I had a close friend in the team, James Milner, which I was happy for, to be honest, for him. But it's never a nice time for me to see Liverpool win the title or win trophies. But in regards to what it looks like going into the season, I've said it, they are going to be favourites due to the kind of gap they had last season and created. So I'm sure it won't be that close. I mean, I'm sure it won't be that far this year. It'll be a lot closer, and hopefully City can win the title. You're
still so close to the football environment at that level. What is it like having to cope with the fact that you're not able to step onto that pitch to play your part, but you still have a support role to play? What's that like?
No, to be fair, that's easy because it's like anything. When you know you can't do it at that level, it's easy to accept. If I thought I could still play, then it would be hard. But I know I can't. I can't play at the level these boys are playing at now. So I'm able to pass on knowledge and experience, and just kind of hopefully they learn from my mistakes, because everyone says you learn from your mistakes, but the fastest and the best players will learn from someone else's mistakes. So if I can pass on that experience to them and say, this worked out for me, this may not work out for you, and develop them and become a kind of mentor to them, then great. But I'm happy with what I achieved. I'm happy with my work-life balance now in order to see my family grow up and be a part of that.
That's fantastic. You mentioned your role now as a mentor, which I must agree with. Obviously, there are a lot of other players who will be looking up to you now. Can you just mention for us a couple individuals who might have played that role to you as a youngster coming up that you can recall?
It's difficult because
so many.
No, there won't be names that you probably recognise. Like my brother was a mentor, a coach at Wolves is probably the biggest influence on my football career was Terry Connor. I don't think many people would know him, but he was huge and still is. I literally spoke to him on Wednesday. He's someone that pushed me and drove me. And at the time, at a young age, I wasn't able to understand why. And then as we got older and I got more mature, I understood why he did that. And he explained it to me. And it kind of then, one enhanced our relationship, but also kind of made me want to do well for him as well as me. So I was lucky to have that and to know what that meant to me. Hopefully I can be in some way, shape or form that to someone else. I'm not to be the exact person, because I know these younger generation of people have a lot more people around them. I just want to play a part in helping them develop and have a career, wherever that may be. Hopefully it's at Man City. If not, then I can honestly wish them well and say, well, this is where you belong to be and you've earned the right to play at that level.
Fantastic. On that note, can you just leave us with a message for the region ahead of Islands Cup Open, the rest of the year, especially with the pandemic, a message for persons to basically look forward to what's going to come in 2021?
Yeah, he said look forward to it, be grateful for what we have now, stay safe, obviously, and just enjoy spending time with family and friends. I've been able to learn that more so during the lockdown in the UK. I've spent a lot more time with people and appreciate the smaller things that we take for granted. So hopefully everyone's doing that and looking forward to the competition ahead.
It's been an absolute pleasure being in your company. We're definitely looking forward to having you in this part of the world in 2021. I want to wish you all the best in terms of health, safety, success, and also your hopes of Man City taking home silverware again. So thank you we'll be in touch, and all the best to you.
Thank you. Pleasure. Stay safe.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Goal! Goal, 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 goal! Goal! Say the nets are go shake, striker and strike, all the refs celebrate. Island Cup that are the best of the great.